Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video. If this is your first time here on my channel, my name is Craig, originally from Scotland and retired in the Philippines. So I previously made a video about applying for marriage visa. To be honest, now that I've actually done it, I want to make another one with an update because there's so many things I did not know when I made that video. So in this video I'm going to do step by step everything you need, and at the end of the video I'll explain how we got kind of tripped up when we submitted the application yesterday. So breaking news, I finally got my NBI clearance, and today I successfully submitted my application form with all the paraphernalia that goes with it today. So as of now the application is in and we will be going for an interview, me and my wife, on Tuesday next week. So both of us get interviewed by the immigration officer. They're basically just trying to confirm that you know each other like you say you do. So let's start off in this video by saying the first thing you're going to need, and this should be on the top of your application, the first thing you need is a letter of guarantee signed by you, the applicant, if you're the expat, and your wife, the petitioner. So they have the applicant and the petitioner. If you're a male expat looking to get the marriage visa, that's the 13A probationary visa as it's officially known, then you will be the applicant and your wife will be the petitioner. Okay, that's the first thing. So the letter of guarantee, basically all you have to do is say, you know, they will give you the address of the commissioner. Okay, the commissioner is based in Manila, so you will address it to the commissioner in the immigration department in Manila that they give you, and you basically say, "Dear Sir," because it's a male as of now, this is to confirm that my wife and I, or you don't have to say my wife and I, you can just say, I am applying for the 13A probationary visa. I am currently living at the address above or below. All the information we have attached is correct. It is not our intention to defraud the government or any other parties, and you can put your contact information there if you want, like I did. I put my email address and my phone number. I said if you need any more information, and then you have to sign it and your wife has to sign it, so both of you have to sign it. Okay, so I said, yours sincerely, Craig Onslow, that's me, and my wife, yours sincerely, Jinglen Simanes Onslow, that's my wife. We both of us signed it. Now that's not the end of it. You then have to get that notarized or authenticated, as they call it. So you can go to any public notary. Just go into Google Maps and search for public notary. It's like a lawyer. Okay, you just go to their office, take your passports, take any application forms that you have. We kept everything in a big folder to keep it easy. You just take that information to the public notary office, and they will basically stamp it, authenticate it, signed, job done. Okay, it cost us 500 pesos, and we were in there for about 20 minutes. That's the first thing. Okay. Now the second thing you'll need, so that goes on top of your pile basically. Underneath that, the second thing is the 13A probationary form. It's 2 pages and it's all your personal details, addresses, everything like that. So you have to fill that in as the applicant, and then on page 2, your wife, as the petitioner, she has to fill in her details, and that's all you need for that. So it's just personal details. I can't remember exactly what else is on the form. There's nothing there that can trip you up, okay? I think the first question is, are you a retiree? So you tick the yes box or no box, depending on your situation. You don't have to be a retiree to get the marriage visa. You know, you can be working overseas and still get the marriage visa if you're here for X amount of time, okay? The third thing you need is the original or certified copy of your marriage certificate. Does it say certified copy? Or is that the birth certificate? I think you need the original, and it has to be authenticated in the Philippines. So if you got married in the Philippines, fine. If you didn't, you still have to get that authenticated by the FSP. So FSP or FPS. Anyway, it's the governing body in the Philippines. They have to authenticate that, okay? And they'll put a stamp on it and all that malarkey. So our marriage certificate was already certified. We got married in Malaysia, but we got it certified here in the Philippines. So you need the original. That's the third thing you need, okay? Now this fourth thing that you need, this confused me, because on the general information form that you get telling you what you need, it's not clear. It just says birth certificate. So I thought, mine? No, it's not. It's your wife's birth certificate they need. So original has to be your wife's birth certificate, and that will be underneath the marriage certificate, okay? So number 5, you need a copy of every single page in your passport and your wife's passport. Not the external cover, but every other page inside. So, you know, A4 size is okay. That's what we did. So, I mean, we had something like 95 pages between my passport and my wife's passport. So, you have to do that, okay? A copy of every single page, and it has to be eligible. The next thing you need is your NBI clearance certificate. So if you watched my previous video about applying for a marriage visa, I mentioned in that, before you do anything, if you're in the Philippines, you have to get clearance from the Filipino FBI, as I called them. The full name is the National Bureau of Investigation, and that takes 4 weeks. Well, it did in our province here. If you're in Manila, it might be faster than that, but because we are in the province, it takes a wee bit longer. I think they have to basically get Manila to do it. That's why it takes longer. I'm not sure. So that's the first thing, right? So, okay, number 8, you will need any receipt of your tourist visa extension. So just to give you an idea, right, when I came here as retired, I came in on a tourist visa, which is 30 days. Now, straight away in that first week, I applied for my NBI clearance. But that takes 4 weeks. So it can't be done in the 30 days. So when it came to the end of the 30 days, I applied for an extension. Now they'll only give you 1 month. If you've only been here a month, you will only get 1 month extension. After that second month, you can apply for a 2-month extension if you want, okay? So anyway, getting back to this one. I applied for the extension, and then they'll give you a receipt, okay? So I got the extension at the immigration office here in our province. They'll give you a receipt and they'll put a stamp in your passport. And what you need to do is, you need to have a copy, or not a copy, the original receipt of that visa extension form, okay? And you put that behind your NBI certificate. Right. The other thing you'll need is a copy of the stamp in your passport, but that will be in your passport copy that you've already done. Just make sure your visa extension stamp is in your passport before you make a copy of it, okay? So you need to wait for your NBI clearance anyway. Don't make a copy of your passport in the first month. Wait till you've got your NBI clearance, then copy your passport, okay? Sorry, wait until you've had your extension, so your tourist visa extension, because they give you the receipt and they put a stamp in your passport. Then you can make a copy of your passport, okay? And here's the final thing. They'll give you a questionnaire form. Now, on this questionnaire form, let me just pull up some of the questions here. They will ask you many questions. Some of them are pretty basic personal information, but I mean, some of them are a wee bit silly. Describe or give the good and bad qualities of your spouse. You know, really? When and how did you meet your spouse? What is your present means of livelihood? What types of activities do you like to do together? Yeah. I like this one. What are your future plans? Isn't that obvious? Future plans are to stay here. So these are some of the questions they'll give you on your questionnaire. Future plans, I just put to continue the aforementioned activities and settle in the Philippines. Learn Tagalog, maybe buy a bigger house. I mean, what can you put down there? You know, that and really that's it. But here's the clincher. This is something that we didn't know when I turned up yesterday to submit the application. Once you've done all that, right, now they'll give you 2 copies of the 13A probationary form, the application form. That's number 2 in this video. They'll give you 2 copies because they want you to fill in 2 originals. Okay, so one of them, now I should say one thing. This only applies, I think, if you're in the province, because they send one to Manila and they keep one here. So if you're in Manila, it might be different, I don't know. They may not need 2 copies, okay, or 2 originals. But in the province, this is what we were told. They want 2 originals, and okay, fine, that was it. I filled in 2 originals. My wife filled in the bit that she fills in on the 2 original copies. And then we went there and they said, oh, we need 2 copies. I said, what do you mean? Well, we need this copy, that's all the copies of the passport pages, all the documents, everything, but we need a copy of everything. I was like, really? So they have the 2 original application forms, they're only 2 pages long. All the other documents you have to copy again. I said, there's over 100 pages, there must be 120 or 130 pages. She said, sorry, but we need it. Oh my God. So we couldn't finalise the application yesterday because we had to go and get an absolute, another complete copy of everything. So we did that actually outside because we thought we were going to put the application in yesterday afternoon. We ran out of time. So just remember, once you've done everything that I said, you need to copy it all. Photocopy, so you've got 2 complete sets to hand over. And then what they'll do is, they'll take the application fee. It cost us around 11,600 pesos. They don't take your passport off you. I was under the impression that when you applied, they will keep your passport. They don't. They take it and they scan it and they give it back to you. Now, you're not supposed to leave the Philippines. And when you get your visa approved, assuming you get it approved, for that 12 months, there's a reason it's called a probationary visa, because you have to be on your best behaviour. But also, you're not allowed to leave the Philippines. And I said, I mentioned this in my previous video, what about any emergencies? And they said, well, we won't stop you from leaving. What does that mean? Does that mean they won't stop me, but they're not going to be happy about it? Don't know. It's a bit strange, but I don't have any intentions of leaving anyway. So, yeah. So once you submit your application, pay your fee. It takes, here in my province, between 1 and 2 months, and then they actually told me today when I submitted the application, they said, come back next Tuesday for the interview. So the interview is a formality for us, it should be, because we've been married for 9 years, we have a 10-year-old son, we have a house here, blah blah blah. The questions in the interview, from what I've researched, are just as silly as the questionnaire form. What music does your husband like? What's your wife's favourite food? Just be aware that these are the type of questions they're going to be asking you. Right, I've went on for quite some time, so I hope this information is enough for you. If it's not, drop me a comment, or send me an email. I'll put my email address at the bottom of the screen here, and you can ask me any questions you have, and I'll get back to you. Okay, thanks for watching. Cheers and out. Bye.